There is a huge tentacle on Fortnite's island, but take a look at the graffiti on the walls and you'll see exactly what's coming in a few days. We have 40 brand new leaks that reveal everything about Fortnite Season 4, and that's releasing on August 7th. So all thanks to the Super Showdown event, we're now officially set up for what comes next on this Thursday. And as you can probably tell from the showdown, it's gonna bring an entire bug invasion of Fortnite. So what's coming? This was first hinted at in the Supernova Academy, where you can find our first look at these gross bug enemies on the wall. The season will be called Chapter 6 Season 4 Shock and Awesome. And trust me, everything is designed around these bugs, including a new weapon known as Bug Gauntlets. Judging from the name alone, it looks like these will be a way to just smash up insects with your bare hands. And that sounds like something straight out of Helldivers or something, although you'll be shocked to hear that we probably won't get that Helldivers collab. Instead, Fortnite are giving us a different kind of soldier crossover, but I'll get into that later in the video. Of course, when you have such a huge invasion like this, it's gonna result in a ton of map changes, with Season 4 expected to bring a brand new biome to the island. That is jungle theme. With files updated for items like coconuts, we could be battling these insects in their own habitat, as if that couldn't get any more terrifying. Inside this jungle, it's of course going to bring all new mechanics as well, with the return of mud from Chapter 4. This means you'll be hidden from thermal scopes, given a slide speeding boost, and it might even be able to disguise you from the insects, just like the wild wasps in Chapter 4. We're also getting a new type of splash item. In the past, we had chugs, chilies, slap, and now for Season 4, we're gonna get goo splashes. We have no idea what this will do, but I'm gonna take a guess and think it might be a way to slow down or trap enemies. This might even be what they're reworking the mud mechanic into, so I wouldn't be surprised if we find patches of insect goo all over the map. We have also learned about one of the collabs coming in Season 4, and it's not what you expected. In fact, it's been announced by James Gunn himself.
Peacemaker is going to be available in the Fortnite store, so people will be able to...
So, while this might be super random, it actually kind of makes sense. The entire first season of Peacemaker's show is him trying to fight a bug invasion where butterflies would pretend to be humans. And he won't be the only character arriving. According to leakers, he'll be joined by Vigilante, which is obviously one of his sidekicks. But for the first time in years, we're also gonna get changes to the way that the storm works. I guess with Epic adding a ton of bug enemies, we're gonna need more space and time to deal with them and then just regular other players. So we'll see updates to how the storm works, along with new items that could change it. Our first time since the storm flip. And if it sounds overwhelming, don't worry, you'll be more powerful than ever fighting all of these guys thanks to a game-changing new mechanic. It's called armor. We already have shields in Fortnite. This has been a thing since like day one, but we'll get additional protection on top of that with physical armor items, something like Warzone's armor plates. In fact, it looks like Season 4 might make it harder to kill an enemy than ever before. Soon when you get down, you'll be able to block the bleeding, slowing it down and helping you stay alive for longer. It's very similar to how it works in Battlefield. We're also getting new ways to wipe out hordes of insects, so like exploding barrels are going to show up around the map. We first saw stuff like this with boom canisters in Chapter 2, but map interactions faded away after gas cans were quietly removed, so it's kind of nice to see a feature like this back in game. But Season 4 will finally give us some long-awaited skins that we've been wanting for years. They first showed up in surveys back in the day that revealed you could wear loading screens on your clothing. Ever since we learned about this, we've been begging Epic to release it. I mean, we have all of these loading screens in our lockers from all over the years, but only get to see them for a few seconds before a match. Well, in Season 4, these skins will finally be here, with 5 male versions and 5 female versions. I just wonder if the animated loading screens from Chapter 1 will also work. I will say it feels like Epic are making a ton of changes to the core Battle Royale gameplay next season. I've talked about shields, storm changes, slow bleeding, but it doesn't end there. They are also changing gliding. For the first time ever, we'll be able to cut our glider early, just like in Warzone and PUBG, and it's gonna change how we drop forever. Earlier I mentioned that Helldivers probably won't be happening, but a different soldier will. You probably thought I was talking about Peacemaker, but I was actually referring to Spartans from Halo. Master Chief has already been in Fortnite for a long time, but in next season's Battle Pass, Epic have revealed that a female Spartan will be included instead. Turns out she'll even get her own energy sword pickaxe, which is something that people have wanted since Chapter 2. Now, everything I've shown you is from some of the most trusted leakers in the community, but there was recently a huge dump of rumors that no one's talking about, and it reveals some insane information for next season. According to these insiders, Tier 100 of the next Battle Pass will bring Tommy Oliver from the Power Rangers to the game, and you could use his black or green ranger style. The goal even further and give us one of the Megazords as the secret skin. And usually this sounds ridiculous and we write it off as a random leak, but this exact same thing was mentioned by another source in the past. It previously leaked Peacemaker, Fantastic Four, even Cyborg, so this could be true, but it could also be fake, so take it with a grain of salt. This new information also claims that flooded frogs will be gone, most of the map changes will happen at the center of the map where Demon's Domain stood, and the Battle Pass won't be themed around anything specifically like this season's Supernova Academy was. Now let's return from rumors to confirmed leaks, because Epic recently added a skin to the files that's going to appear in next season's Battle Pass, and it's codenamed Clumsy Chula. The file is this texture only showing a single eye, but using that along with the name, it's safe to assume they'll be getting this one-eyed panda in a suit. Also at the same time, there is a chance it's this one-eyed human goat, but I'd be happy with either. And I've kind of given up on this, I'm sure a lot of you have as well, but season 4 probably will also bring us companions. But a long time coming, it's been leaked since the start of chapter 6, and we thought it was going to be Crypto that would be our first companion, but he just turned out to be a junk rift instead. Well, leakers are finally saying that season 4 is gonna be the one. So look out for all of your pets turning into creatures who will actually follow you around. What a ton of players forget is that season 4 will take place from now until November. That means that Fortnite is coming, and according to leaks, it's gonna be a huge event. Did you know that this year Fortnite begins a few weeks early, starting on the 3rd instead of the middle of October? The leaks claim that this will be a special update, and considering last year gave us some insane crossovers like Billy the Puppet and Leatherface, who knows what Epic's planning? But we do know we'll go straight from Fortnite to the build-up for what's to come after in the Simpsons season. But first, that'll happen after another live event. We have been treated very well in chapter 6. Not only will season 4 end with its own event that brings the Simpsons to the game, it'll have plenty of content from now until then, with 6 mid-season updates planned for August, September, and October. It might not sound like a lot, but if you compare it to the rest of the chapter, it's actually the most updates we've had in a long time. If there is one place you'll find the craziest rumors, it's on 4chan, where an apparent seasoned tester has claimed that a ton of insect-themed weapons are coming in season 4. From the bug gauntlets that were already confirmed to more powerful items like using insect abilities similar to the Stormbeast pom-poms. Like I said, take everything with a grain of salt, but they talk about some kind of hive mind grenade, which might be a way to lure a group of insects towards an enemy. There's also a carapace crusher shotgun. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds as cool as a weapon you would see in Doom. They even mention a living bug rifle and insect-themed rocket launcher, so I guess we'll find out what those do if it turns out to be true. Literally the entire spot right there, put an asterisk next to it. Now, like I said earlier, season 4 drops on August 7th, which is actually the very same day that OG season 5 releases. Hopefully we get to see new versions of Redline, Drift, and Sunstrider in the new Battle Pass. Oh, and if you've been paying attention lately, a ton of objects from the OG map have been rifting into other modes. Tomato Head appeared in regular BR, we have the Motel Sign and Reload, and now Durburger and Blitz, which means that it's all gonna be connected somehow to the worlds collide. OG will even get new updates every Friday with wacky weekends, the first of which will be a low gravity themed event. Some people are excited, others worry this will ruin OG every weekend. It sounds like fun to me. Back to regular BR, leakers have just revealed that Fortnite updated the files for the UFOs from chapter 2. You know, the last time we had the invasion. This could mean that saucers are coming back with some kind of bug theme and will help us take out the hordes. There's also a leak that a lot of players love to hear. The collabs next season will be heavily involved with the gameplay once again. This time we got Crypto's Treat, Robin's Grappler, and could become Superman, and the same applies to next season too. Leakers have confirmed we'll see the crossovers get their own unique mythic items, so it's not just random skins thrown in there, and you'll love to see that. Now, every time I check my comments lately, there's always a ton of you asking for an update on One Punch Man. Like, the collab has been leaked for so long, I get it, and now I'm super happy to reveal that Saitama and Genos are finally coming in season 4. Did you know they'll be the first anime collab to have Lego edit styles and Fall Guys skins, and Saitama will even get an emote referencing this classic scene.
そうか。
We'll also be getting a new sports car to help us run over the insects, and it'll be in the form of a Bugatti. Not sure exactly which one, but I know plenty of fans who love to see a Bugatti Veyron or even a Chiron. So we've talked about the Battle Pass and how it'll probably include Power Rangers and Halo Spartans, but what you don't know about are the evil-looking skins that'll show up in the store. The surveys have revealed a ton of bug-themed outfits over the past few months, like this creepy-looking moth thing. Then we had the Cuddle Team leader with a spider in its head, and this girl who definitely looks like some sort of alien insect. But But even the starter packs will fit the tone, as Season 4 is giving us Polly for BR, which is a literal bee. It's like perfect for the bug theme. Alongside her, you'll also be able to pick up Greta Grimm starter pack for Save the World. Here's something I never thought I'd say out loud. From bees to rhinos, turns out Fortnite is planning on bringing back mechs in a totally different way. Leakers claim that we'll get some kind of rhino mode, and it's based on how mechs used to work, so maybe it's a temporary effect and you'll like charge through hordes or something. Your guess is as good as mine. And while all of this is happening, Epic hasn't forgotten about Blitz. In fact, in a future update, they'll be replacing Lazy Laps with an Oathbound POI. That's what I'm talking about. Just like Mega City, we'll be seeing an entire week themed around their biome, so maybe they'll bring back the Citadel or Breakwater Bay. And as a die-hard Oathbound fan, I couldn't be more excited. In fact, with Blitz becoming a permanent mode, Fortnite's already working on tournaments. The files now reveal some kind of showdown data table for Blitz, which is usually reserved for cups and tournaments, which also means rank could be coming. It'll be interesting considering how different this is to normal BR. Speaking of tournaments, Fortnite's planning on sponsoring an event with a grand prize of $100,000, but the bonus is they're doing it with iShowSpeed, Jinxie, and like 98 other streamers. This will be the third time they've supported Speed streams, so every day we're getting closer to his Icon series. So you're probably wondering how next season's bugs are even gonna work when we're so busy fighting each other. Well, you know the spires around the map right now? These will still be around and will actually be the spawn points for all of these insects, so they're gonna crawl out of bug holes as a horde, which is already making me feel queasy, like I prefer the Kraken. Yeah, those huge tentacles in the event belong to a way bigger creature, and we didn't get to see it in its entirety, but it was still super intimidating with over 3 health bars. This was the finale of all of this buildup and designed simply to tease the bug invasion. But it also let new players know that everything which is about to happen next is because of Daigo, because as he began to summon the Kraken, he was immediately disregarded. Then we needed help from the Supernova Academy, who had been training all season for this very moment. But even with all of that help, we still couldn't stand a chance against a boss that had 3 entire health bars. I mean, talk about intimidating. But then this quickly turned into a Superman event. But as you know, when all of this comes to an end, we'll go from the bug invasion to the Simpsons, and things are really gonna get crazy then. If you buy the battle pass, obviously code T5G really supports us. Thank you all, love you so much. It has been Tommy, keep it here, Top 5 Gaming.